Hey, what's up, guitarlings? Today I want to talk about something really special. How to make boring chords sound great. Actually, there are no boring chords, but anyway. As far as I can remember, some of the first 3 chords that I learned on guitar were these. Power chords, obviously. So a very common chord progression on guitar, especially for beginners, I would think, is this. Now this was very beginner because the guitar was out of tune. Where is this thing made? Made in Mexico? I should get an American Strat. That's where you come into play. You can now become a channel member on this channel, unlock custom emojis, and I may put some secret videos up. Thanks for your support. So back to the chord. Let's pick 3 very beginner chords. E minor, D major, and C major. And we'll just move them down and up like this. Now I'm sure you know all of my songs. And if you don't, what are you doing here, bro? Go to Spotify and check out all my songs. But I actually have 2 songs with these chords that sound completely different. So let me show you how to turn these 3 lame-ass chords into something interesting. I will play you the riff and then tell you what it consists of, like musically. So we have... Now alternative version 1 is from my song Just a Little Piece. And it goes like this. It's also great to improvise on. So how is this riff built up? So let's analyze this riff. Now at first you have that is just the root note paired with a third, which is telling you whether it's a minor or major chord. So it's kind of like, just that the third is 1 octave higher, so it's... And then on top of the third comes the 5th, so it becomes... Now if you play that together, you get the riff. This kind of shows you that to play, let's say, E minor, you don't have to play the whole chord. You can just play and then add another note later. And this 5th, if you put it 1 octave down, you get the power chord. So if you actually take the top 2 notes, these ones, and move them down 1 octave, then you just get the basic chord of the root note and 2 harmonies. So in essence that would be... Which sounds pretty cool too. Let's merge the 2. I might turn that into a new song. Back to the boring chords. Here's the second alternative version of making these lame ass chords interesting. And this is from my song Love You One Last Time. Now what's the importance of this version? Firstly, the rhythm. And there's a little swing in the rhythm. Instead of just going, it goes. Dun da dun da dun da dun da dun da dun da dun. Dun da dun dun da dun dun da da. However, the notes are actually the same as the first alternative version. Just that the fifth is one octave down. So instead of, it's. Those two songs are on two different albums actually, and they were written like 2 or 3 years apart, so it's not that I was lazy. Also, one difference is, in the first version, the fifth is on top. In the second version, the third is on top. It gives a different harmonical vibe, obviously because it's a different harmonic, but also just the feeling is different. One sounds a bit more open, the other one sounds a bit more closed. Let me know in the comments which one feels more open and which one feels more close to you. Let's just play the song for a bit. I found love in a strange place. Who would have thought you would chase me? Down all the dreams and the nightmares must have manifested you somewhere. You said I should be more mindful. Check out the song Love You One Last Time, Robert Jakob on all streaming platforms. So let's compare the two alternative versions of these lame ass chords. Now the first one shows how you can pick apart chords in a harmonic way. So you split the harmonies and just transpose single notes. The second version goes to show how you can pick apart chords rhythmically. And if you pick apart chords, why does it sound funny? Pick apart chords. If you split chords harmonically, of course you get more notes to play with, which enables you to create different rhythms between the chords. And if you have E minor, you can choose to play just E and the other E, or you can play them together, or you can play it with B, or you play them together and then play B. I don't think there's much point in over-analyzing this, and it's not how I approach songs, or it's not how I came up with any of these riffs. This is more like backwards analysis to create a video on how to make boring chords interesting. I hope you enjoyed. Follow Robert Jakob on all streaming platforms. Oh yeah, and wait, one more jam. What if you play both versions together? Second, there are other boring things you can make interesting, like t-shirts. I created some t-shirts with my new album cover from my album Mushrooms, Clowns and Rollercoasters. It's organic and fair trade tie-dye. Feels so good and smells alright too. As you can see, Mushrooms, Clowns and Rollercoasters. And if this one's too colorful for you, there's a white one too, with just the artwork in the center. Check it out on rjmusic.store. Unless you're a guitar player, because guitar players don't wear t-shirts. Except for this one. Guitar players don't wear shirts. Thanks for listening. Peace.